What's going on, guys? Before I get into the reason why I changed my keyboard layout today, I need to explain a little bit of backstory on the keyboard I got. So basically, several years ago, I I saw this one YouTuber by the name of Jonah. You may know him. He's a predominantly Bed Wars like 1.8 YouTuber. And I saw this one review he did on a keyboard called the Vissles LP85. Now, Vissiles, I think they're well enough known keyboard company. They've got some full-size keyboard, but this one stood out to me because it's low profile and low profile optical switches at that. Now, I have tried out mechanical keyboards, just some like cheap ones on Amazon to kind of, and like I've looked at some good reviews just to kind of see the like how, if they're even worth the price, like some $50, some $45, you know, whatever. And I actually found some that were pretty decent for the price point. But what I found,
Narrator.
oh my
Narrates
gosh,
all.
okay. That's another thing I'll get into whenever
Narrator. Narrate system. Narrator. Off.
Okay, since I've changed my layout, I have been hitting narrator accidentally, and I'll explain that in a second. But I just don't like the regular size keycaps because it just feels like you have to press so much. And me being, I still am on my laptop. I don't have an actual PC yet. So I just got so used to the regular low profile, kind of like a MacBook style keyboard. Oh shoot, this dude's got gaps. You know what, I'm out of here. After I got used to that, after several years of playing just on my laptop keyboard, which I have had this one gaming laptop keyboard, and it's not bad. I'm pretty sure it's a membrane keyboard. I'm about to die. Okay, I'm good. But it's a membrane keyboard, and it's not bad. But eventually, whenever I decided I need to lift my laptop, it's a little low and stuff, I tried out some other keyboards, some crappy Dell ones, which they really suck, to be honest with you. But eventually, I ended up trying. My dad somehow had a spare Apple Magic keyboard that he didn't use. He got it from somebody. I'm about to die. Crap. Got him. So he gave me that, and I tried that, and it wasn't bad. It was not as, I didn't like it as much as I liked my laptop keyboard, but it was doable since I wanted to make my laptop screen higher, and I didn't have enough room for a monitor on my desk at the time. So I kind of got used to that, but eventually I spilled soda on it or something, and it just like didn't work as well, like the spacebar and stuff. And I wasn't the biggest fan of it anyways to begin with, so I decided to try something different. So then I had been looking at some Cherry optical switch keyboards basically, and they were just too expensive to justify at the time. So I had decided to basically get this one. It was $40. It was a membrane low profile keyboard, but it was not bad. It served me for a while until I had been thinking, well, I like that Vissles keyboard I had seen from Jonah, and actually Minitech, he made a like funky keyboards video in like Bed Wars or something, and I really loved that keyboard. And I decided, you know what the heck? How much is it? I've kind of forgot. And I checked on their website, and oh my gosh, I'll show it on screen now. Dude, this thing is like, depending on what the time and price and like discounts and stuff, it was like 80 to 200 bucks. It was insane. So, kill this kid. So I was like, oh my gosh. Well, you know what? I've never checked is eBay. Somebody reselling it. So I kid you not, I literally first time I had ever checked this keyboard if it was used or not. Oh, I don't have a shield.
Narrator.
Oh my
Narrates
gosh,
all.
dude.
Narrator, off.
Okay, dude. So basically, the first time I checked the price on this, or checked for a used keyboard, I literally found it first try, and it was on auction, funnily enough, for I think like freaking 15 bucks at the time, and it had a couple days left. I was like, no way I found this, like my first check on this. And I actually looked after the fact if there was any sold, and there has not been, unless they took it off, of course. Oh my gosh, I'm not ready to fight this. Ah! Oh my gosh, I'm living. Oh, totems! Oh my gosh. Let's go. So I knew that this keyboard was probably, might even potentially be worth, since it's a limited time keyboard, it might even be worth the original asking price of the full 180 to 200 bucks. So I was like, okay, since it's used, I'll probably be comfortable spending like maybe up to 100 bucks or something, you know, right? And so I kept an eye on this keyboard like a freaking hawk, dude. I double checked it way more than I probably should have. Ooh. Oh, that's slow ball. Dude, I made sure that I was not going to miss this. And then as it went on, eventually like every day or so, it would go up like a little bit. And I was like, dude, I've got this one. And if you don't know how auctions work, basically you have to, it's the best way to win an auction. Let me chase this guy down. The best way to win an auction is to wait till the last second. Oh my gosh, sharp 4, bro, that's insane. So basically, after it kept going up a little bit every day, I knew at the last day, it was like maybe at 30 bucks, it would go up a little bit unless somebody come across it like me who really wanted it. Like, okay, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to bid 83 and 37 cents, I think it was. And then it only got up to like 35 at the last like 10 seconds. And then somebody thinking that they knew what they were doing, like, oh, I'm gonna bid last second. But the what you need to do is you need to bid way over. So if somebody bids, so basically me bidding 83 and 37 cents doesn't mean I'm going to spend that much. It means that's the max amount I'm willing to pay. But even though I knew I probably was willing to pay more, I was like, okay, let's just do an odd number. Nobody's done it more than 40 bucks at this point, right? Oh, I want that fire sword. Come here. Come here, buddy. Come here. I bid that in the last, I think it was 11 seconds. I would have gone closer, and normally I would on something like that, even though I don't bid on stuff super often. But dude, I was so worried I wouldn't get it. I was like, in case something happens with like ping and stuff. Ooh, webs. No. This is my stuff. I don't think so, buddy. My stuff. Yeah, I don't think so. So I was like, there's no way I'm risking this. 11 seconds still a little close. I'm just gonna go with this. So I bid at 11 seconds, and what do you know? The one guy who bid the highest after that, I could sense the panic. He was, he bid once more on, like, he raised it by like $2 or something, and that is not how you win auctions, because I just didn't matter. I had the higher bid, and I took it for like 40 bucks or so. I mean, a little bit more for shipping. It was like 57 because it was like from New York, and but it was worth it for this keyboard, and I am playing with it now, and there is absolutely no problems with it whatsoever. It didn't come with a charger, but it's just a USB-C cable, so I just got one off of Amazon, and I am good. So now to get to the part where oh, free kill, come here. In these kind of fights, I love targeting the higher health player. Come here, buddy. So this is a Apple keyboard setup, which I knew about beforehand, and I looked at it. I was like, oh, that's unfortunate, but man, I haven't seen any use even on the sold items. So I'm never gonna get this chance again. It's definitely worth it, even if I can get it for 60 bucks, which I got it for less, including shipping. So I figured that this would be perfectly fine because I could just rechange some keyboards. And actually, the Apple Magic keyboard I used was an Apple keyboard, so I was like, it's no big deal. It's the same kind of difference. The key layout is a little bit different. I just gotta remember like my Windows keys and all that kind of stuff, right? So the thing about Vissiles, and I've seen a few reviews on it as I was doing my research on this keyboard, for some weird reason, they switched the function and the control key, and I, to this day, have no idea why they did. Come here, dude. Okay, you know what? Gotcha. I found out, and it makes sense why. Basically, the function key, you cannot remap it, even with an external software, to be control, because for some reason the code it puts out is just different on a keyboard hardware level. So I just cannot, I can't use it. I just cannot use it. So right now the function key is the far bottom left key on my keyboard. So I was like, great. And I am a hold sprint user because I like the amount of control it gives me. This was detrimental to me. So I had heard a lot of people in speedrunning and PvP communities using toggle sprint. And I was like, I've been so reluctant to try it. I was like, you know what, I'll try it, whatever. I kind of got used to it for like a little bit, like a day or two of using it, but I just cannot stand it because it's like every time, other than getting used to muscle memory, which I can get used to, I've changed hotkeys around before, but it's just like just the lack of control you have. It's like, and especially if you want to throw stuff out of your inventory, hold control. If you hold it too long or whatever, you can't do it. You'll accidentally untoggle, like if you use control as your toggle key. I guess I could have changed the key, but then if I want to throw, I don't know, maybe it's usable if you change some keybinds around and stuff, right? And just don't use control. Oh, that guy's done. I was like, this isn't gonna work, and I was like, oh crap. I started looking at some Keychron Pro 3s, which is probably the closest alternative to this Vissiles. Hello? I can't. Bro. Come back here. Gotcha. So that alternative would be that. I was like, I thought about doing that. Jacob got that keyboard, and that's probably what I would have gotten. It's what I was looking at before. I thought about looking on eBay for the Vissiles, but I was like, I really want this keyboard. I want to make it work. I like how it feels. At first, I didn't know if I would like the clicky, because this is a clicky only option keyboard. And dude, I love it because it's not as clicky as most people in the tutorials make it out to seem, and that's kind of what I thought whenever I was looking at it, because several people and several reviews, I kind of believe more than others, even if they got less views and stuff, because they just didn't like amplify the clicky noise, which it makes sense why. Shoot! It makes sense why they want to amplify it for their videos, but at the same time, it's a little misleading. So I lean to believe the people who didn't really amplify it that much, and I could not have been more right. This clicky noise is different, but it's not overwhelming, and it's a really satisfying click. I really like it. Oh shoot, does this get... I don't know why I can't break this guy's shield. Shield! Come here, buddy. Come here. Aw, you little wimp. So, what I opted to do was literally change my entire setup. One key to the right. So, this is something I had actually thought about doing before because it gave me way more options whenever it came to keybinds with my ring finger. But one of the main things holding me back was the control key. But I was like, well, what am I going to do to sprint? Because I don't want to... Oh shoot, this guy's restocking. What am I going to do to sprint, right? But now, this Apple keyboard actually did something better for me than what I could have asked for, than a Windows keyboard could have. So if I ever want to get another Windows keyboard, I just can't do it. Like, I'm just going to get so used to the keybinds on this Mac. So now I have everything shifted to the right. That means my WASD is now ESDF. So, and all my normal keys are one to the right as well. So my 1 is now 2, and so on. And for reference, this is my keybinds right now. And so basically take these 7, 8, 9 and 6, 7, 8, 9 and shift them one to the left, and that's what I had before. So right now, this is kind of phase 1 of my plan to change my keyboard layout. I'm just kind of getting used to this as exact same muscle memory as before, and it's not horrible getting used to it. Other than whenever I look down and like want to type something, it's like my orientation of my hand is off, but I'll get used to that. And then like my F3 is in it, I have to use my ring finger now, and it's just different.
Narrator.
Oh my
Narrates
gosh, I
all.
turned narrator on again.
Narrator.
So
Off.
the reason why I keep hitting narrator now is because because I shifted all my keys one to the right for some reason. Also to do with this, since it's supposed to be close to an Apple Magic keyboard, is that all the... Oh crap, crystals, no. I'm out of here. I need another shield. All the keys are closer. So that Cherry keyboard I was talking about earlier, that one had the fattest keys I've ever seen. But I got used to it, so now I'm having to get used to the closer keys layout. I want your shield, buddy. So now that I keep hitting frickin' narrator, I need to just turn that off. Basically, I think it's Control B. I figured out, at least so I don't have to go into settings to turn it off. And so now I'm just kind of adjusting to my new keybinds. And oh, so to finish my thought from earlier, my phase 2 of this plan is to adjust some keybinds, maybe put 1 or 2 on my mouse buttons, because currently I think I'm going to use one of those ring finger keys to change my perspective, because I want to utilize my mouse side buttons of my Model O for keybinds as well. Yeah, shifting ain't gonna get you nowhere, buddy. Just gonna try and rechange around my keybinds to better suit me for SMP stuff. Mosh pit. There we go. Finally got that. I'm dead. No, bro. Oh, frick. I think that it'll make me a better player in the long run once I get used to all my stuff, because I keep accidentally not... Oh, crap. I keep accidentally not switching to the stuff I need to be switching to. So, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.